Hello and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. Okay, let's watch some old school Magic together. I have another match from the Farmstead 10 tournament. We are in round 2. This is a long one, as two control decks is facing off. Let's take a look at the first list. The player's name is Kjell. He has brewed up a new control deck. As you can see, this deck is really defensive. It has 4 Mace of It, it has 4 Wrath of God, and 4 Sword to Plowshares, and a Fireball, so he really can take care of creatures. There's also Disenchant and Greed for card advantage, and 4 Ivory Tower main. So Ivory Tower and Greed is a pretty good synergy, and his win con is the Underworld Dream. And in his sideboard he can sideboard in some Serra Angels if he needs another win con. And he doesn't play with Mishra's Factory, so I think that's a smart choice when you have so many colors. Or perhaps when you doesn't have all the dual lands. So yeah, I'm glad I'm not playing a creature deck against this deck. His opponent, his name is Andres. I don't have a deck picture, sorry, but he plays a Stasis deck, and a budget Stasis deck, I guess. Normally he has a Black Jusam deck, but he decided to spice things up in this tournament, so he plays Stasis and Holding Mine and Black Wise. That's like the classic Stasis combo. And he also has some creatures like the Falcon and the Serra Angel, so he can do damage with them as well. And yeah, that's what I remember at the moment. Alright, let's see how this goes. Game number 1. You have Kjell to the left, Andreas to the right. Andreas plays with the Stasis deck. He's on the play, starts out with an island, and not an old school island. Ooh, turn 1 library. That's always an excellent start. Here comes a Sever Falcon. It's 1/1 and doesn't untap when you attack, so it synergizes very well with Stasis. Okay, Kjell plays a Scrubland. And he discards our planes. See Black Wise in his hand. Attacks with the Falcon first. Kjell's down to 18. He plays another Falcon and a Black Wise. So Kjell takes 3 damage from the Black Wise in his upkeep. A Swamp, so he's down to 6 cards. And he just passes it on. Attacks with the Falcon, down to 14. Plays a Stasis. Like Kjell's doing some thinking. Let's see some movements. Okay, so there's a Disenchant on the Stasis. Take some damage from the Blackwise down to 12. Place another Scrubland, tapping 4 mana for our Breath of God. Excellent. Okay, so the Blackwise survive. Another Stasis. But he needs some more islands if you want to keep it. But he's doing some damage with the Blackwise. Yeah. And he pays a blue and just passed the turn. Looks like... okay, so he untaps all the land when he can't pay for the stasis. I'm not sure how that works, but I guess you viewers will tell me that in the comment. And he also plays a Serra Angel. Because untap phases first and then it's upkeep, and at the upkeep you have to pay for the stasis. So I guess you can't untap your lands after that. But there's nothing we can do to change that, but it's important to learn how these cards work, so I guess we'll find the answers. In the meantime, Kjell has cast a Demonic Tutor. He's probably looking for, yep, something to take care of the Serra Angel. But he's down to 7 life. Andreas cast a land tax and another Serra Angel. So it takes some damage from the Blackwise down to 5 life. Land, tapping 4 mana for a Greed. So it's an enchantment, you can pay 1 black and 2 life to draw a card. And Kjell needs an answer to that Serra Angel. So he needs to have a Sword to Plowshare or a Mace. They're doing some talking. Okay, so he pays 2 life and draw a card. Is it a sword or a mace? No, it's not. So Andreas win the first game. Game number 2. There's a clone with Andreas' library. I think he mulliganed to 6, and instead of putting it on the bottom of his library, he put it right with his library, something like that, face up. In the meantime, Kjell has played a Strip Mine, and Andreas plays a Falcon. Kjell plays a Maze of It and an Ivory Tower. Okay, I see Falcon and Holding Mine. Yes, he casts a Holding Mine. And the Maze takes care of the Falcon. It doesn't get tapped, but whatever. A Swamp. He casts a Divine Offering on the Holding Mine, destroying the Holding Mine and gaining 4 life. So that's the feel bad moment with a Holding Mine. You play it, your opponent draws an extra card, and they destroy it. Here comes another Maze of It. Oh my, Karma! That's a cool card. He gets an applause from Kjell. That's good sportsmanship. Kjell has 2 swamps, so he loses 2 life in his upkeep. For each swamp, he gain 1 damage. So I can't quite see how many cards Kjell has in his hand, but he's gaining some life with his Ivory Tower. He's at 23. Casting a Demonic Tutor. Probably something to take care of that Karma. That would be my guess. I need to just pass the turn. Is there an end of turn disenchant? Yes! Ooh, and Andreas has a counter spell for it. So he takes 2 damage. Okay, looks like he's down to 4 cards in his hand, because he didn't gain any life from the Ivory Tower. Ooh, another good answer, a Chaos Orb. So he's targeting the Karma. Will it hit? Yes! Karma is gone. Andreas casts a Holding Mine. Oh no, once again, Divine Offering on the Holding Mine. Okay, a Serra Angel. Now he has 3 creatures and Kjell only has 2 mazes, so now he can do some damage. Oh, but God is angry and kills all of his creatures. That's unfortunate. Andreas casts a Blackwise. Let's see if Kjell loses any life. Because I can't see his hand. Okay. So he doesn't have more than 4 cards at least. He plays a library. Ooh, I see a clone in Andreas' hand. But he needs a good target to clone. And Kjell doesn't have any creatures. comes that ugly island again. So Andres, if you're listening to this, I will give you a couple of revised islands, just ask. Here comes Stasis. Kjell has a lot of untapped lands, so the Stasis isn't that of a big a deal. Ooh, he casts an Underworld Dreams. So now Andreas takes 1 damage for each card he draws. And a Mind Twist for 2. Takes a Sword of Plowshare and a Clone. So he's not afraid to tap out with a Stasis on the table. But the Stasis isn't that good when you don't have any Howling Mines in play. So Andres didn't play an island this turn, so the Stasis will be gone. And once again he untaps all his land. Not sure how that works, but he casts a Balance. He has 2 cards, so Kjell needs to discard some number of cards and lands. Andres has 7 lands. And Kjell has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think he has to sacrifice 3 lands also. He's going for 2 city and a brass. Or will he? Okay, maybe he needs some more black mana. Cast some more Underworld Dreams. Perhaps. Discarding Sword of Plowshare, Fireball, Red Blast. As I suspected, here comes another Underworld Dreams. Ooh, and a Felden's Cane. So that shows you how defensive this deck is. So he can use that to not deck himself. So if this game go really long, he can shuffle his library he can shuffle his graveyard into his library. Okay, he used it right away. So now we get all his spells back in the library. In the meantime, Andreas have cast a black-white, a Circle of Protection black. So I think he can use that to prevent the damage from the Underworld Dreams. So in the meantime, Kjell is shuffling, cutting his deck and untapping. Plays a third mace. Okay, so Andres should have paid 2 2 mana to prevent life loss, but he didn't lose the life, and he has a lot of mana, so whatever. Shall cast a Greed. Oh, come on, you have to pay for that Circle of Protection. Still on 15. Another Circle of Protection black. He lost some life now. Oh, big brain guys are targeting your opponent because he has double Blackwise. So at least this may be like a brain guys for 6. Oh, that didn't go that well. Because now Kjell can draw all that cards, and the Ivory Tower will equal out the damage from the Blackwise. So Kjell has like a 15 card hand. Let's see what he can do with that. Andreas is tapped out, so it's a good window to spew out a lot of cards. Planes. Casting a Soul Ring, tapping for 2 colorless. And cast 2 Ivory Tower. Oh, and the 4th Ivory Tower. My god, it's going to be hard to kill a Kjell in this game. Thank god I'm not sitting opposite him. Cast a Disenchant on one of the Circle of Protection black, cast a Chaos Orb and activating it right away. Boom. Good hit. Okay, Andreas cast a Stasis. And he has a lot of island untapped, and Kjell is tapped out. But he doesn't need to do anything. He can just gain a bunch of life and let the opponent damage himself with the Underworld Dreams. Discarding a Greed, so he has 7 cards in his hand. Okay, Andreas is down to 9. Andreas casts a Holding Mine. But there's going to be some problem with those two Underworld Realms. Yeah, so he just scoops it up. Okay, it's 1-1. Game number 3. Once again, Andreas is mulliging to 6. So that Plains there is his mulligan card. But why isn't it at the bottom of his library? Well, I don't know. And Kjell has that fantastic library of Alexandria on the draw, and an Ivory Tower. Okay, so Andreas casts a Holding Mine. A Plateau. Soul Ring. See a Falcon in Andreas' hand. I didn't see any creature in game 2, I think, from the Stasis deck, so maybe he sideboarded them out in game 2 and took them back in game 3. After all, Kjell's control deck isn't that fun to attack with creatures. With his 4 maces, 4 Wrath of God, 4 Sword of Blowshares. Attack with a Falcon. Kjell is down to 18. And gaining some life. 21. So it looks like he has 7 cards in his hand. Cast a Demonic Tutor and Andreas counter it. Okay, so let's cut. Place an island. So Kjell is using his library to draw another card, and he used it at the opponent's turn, so he had 8 cards in his hand. Cast another Ivory Tower. Andreas counter it with a counter spell. Divine Offering. Answered with counterspell. So that's 3 counterspells in a row. Here comes our Stasis. Okay, Kjell counter it with a Red Blast. Andreas cast another Stasis. And that might be a mistake to play that second when you only have 1 island untapped. But it's easy to get carried away. At least he can draw 2 cards, but he doesn't have a good clock with that Zephyr Falcon. And Kjell is always on 7 cards in his hand. So he discards his Greed. Alright, Kjell cast a Disenchant on Andreas' Stasis. But yeah, I guess he gets an untap, but Andreas couldn't have paid for that Stasis the next turn. Okay, Underworld Dreams and Ivory Tower. Kiss. Okay, so now Andres has an Uplands. He can play that Circle of Protection and cast a Brain Gazer for 2 on himself. Let's see if he remember to activate his Circle of Protection black when he gets damage from the Underworld Dreams. He'll cast a Greed. After all, it's a greedy deck. Savannah Lion, disenchant on the Underworld Dreams, attacks with a Falcon. Puts Kjell down to 24. Okay, I think he draw the card with a Greed. Needed 7 cards in hand, so he activate his library. Here comes some life. It's 28 life. Tapping some mana. Mind Twist. His entire hand. At least I see a Kismet in his graveyard. And a disenchant on the Circle of Protection black. Andres casts another Howling Mine and attacks for 3. Underworld Dreams. And a 3rd Ivory Tower. So now Andres takes 3 damage when he draw. Another Circle of Protection. And a 3rd Howling Mine. My god, they are drawing cards. Yeah, I can't quite keep up, but Kjell is gaining some life with 3 Ivory Towers. Okay, so he draws a card with Greed, I think. Draws another card. And another card. He's looking for something. Maybe a disenchant for that Circle of Protection black. Yes. I have the gift of foresight. Oh, and here come... Now it's time in the round. They have played for 1 hour, and we'll give them 5 turns to finish the game. Andres attacks for 3. So Andres is at 10 life, and he takes 4 damage each each turn from the Underworld Dream. So down to 4 turns. Kjell needs a way to do 2 more damage, because Andres will take 4 damage 2 times before the game is over, and he's at 10 life, so he needs another Underworld Dream or a way to let Andres draw some more cards. Oh, there is the second Underworld Dreams. Okay, looks like Kjell is going to win this game in the last turn of overtime. That's good timing, my friend. 1 hour of gameplay and 5 extra turns, and you win on the last turn. And Andres scoops it up, and it's over. Okay, that was a long one. Kjell won 2-1, and boy, it's so much easier to edit those short aggro matches, but we gotta let those control players shine as well. So if you're still with me, very good. I'll see you next time for another match. Take care.